Hello everyone and welcome back to my Bold and Beautiful 29 YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. A private clinic will await Liam after Bill buys an experimental treatment to save his son. Thanks to what Hope blurted out at the sanitarium, Bill knows about Liam's inoperable brain excrescence. Bill refuses to accept this as the end of the road, so he'll be hopeless when he turns to Grace for help. Bill will be looking for any possible way to score some stopgap for Liam's future. That's when Grace will admit there could be a way to keep Liam alive, but it'll cost a lot of plutocrat to make it be. Luckily, Bill indeed has plenitude of plutocrat to use in situations like this. Once Bill gets on board with the experimental treatment that Grace offers, he'll pay $1 million and may promise there's more where that came from if necessary. Grace will rush Liam into surgery, so that'll be step 1 of this treatment program. A private clinic and a new croaker's protocol will await Liam laterally. As for Grace, it's easy to see she's not doing all this out of the kindness of her heart. Grace cares about Liam as her case, but there's more on the line for her than just saving him. It seems like Grace may have some debts related to her former hubby, Dr. Reese, so it's possible she's being hovered to cooperate with all this. Whatever the case, Liam is facing a terminal opinion anyway, so he might as well go through with this experimental treatment and get his stylish chance at survival. Since Liam wants to stick around to watch Kelly and Beth grow up, this may be his last occasion to make that be. Over with Bridget and Finn, they'll be thrown when Grace goes against sanitarium rules and starts making some questionable moves. Finn and Bridget will get updates on the whole story, so they'll debate the situation and try to make sense of Grace's jest. Liam could have good news headed his way if this treatment works. Hope brain excrescence slip scarified Bill before Liam eventually woke up. A nanny checked Liam's vitals and declared they were stable. Bridget popped up to check on Liam before Grace came to examine him as well. After Grace transferred Hope and Steffi to the staying area, Grace turned her attention to Liam and claimed they couldn't lose him. Over with Ridge, he continued to lash out at Bill over Luna amnesty. Bill wanted to see his son, but Ridge acted like it would only agitate Liam if he awoke to find Bill standing there. After Ridge blustered about Bill being selfish and arrogant, he advised the guilt would eat Bill alive if Liam didn't pull through. Once Brooke showed up at the sanitarium, Taylor gave her updates on Luna shooting Liam before Liam shot her to save Steffi. Brooke was taken suddenly over the news that Luna was dead. After Hope and Steffi joined Brooke and Taylor in the staying area, Bill and Ridge appeared, too. Hope didn't want Bill around and made it clear that he didn't earn any sympathy after what Liam had been through. During her diatribe, Hope let it slip that Liam had been dealing with a brain excrescence, so Bill was stunned to learn he'd been hiding his cancer. Bill plotted to believe this was indeed possible, but Hope claimed it was true and that the excrescence was inoperable. In Sheila's room, she told Deacon that it felt like a piece of her failed with Luna. Lee also pulled Finn away to ask how he really felt about his son's death, so Finn conceded that it was complicated. Although Finn felt for Luna and all the trauma she'd endured, he was also sick over the awful effects she'd done. Lee refocused out that Luna was gone now and acted like Finn should concentrate on moving forward. Once Deputy Baker arrived, he talked about Luna going back to captivity for good before eventually learning she was dead. Liam began responding to stimulants, so Hope and Steffi were there as he tried to open his eyes. Steffi and Hope were vague as Liam looked at them, but he managed to murmur a swimmy hey and left them both relieved. Liam has a shocking treatment ahead of him. Liam conditioned to change. Bill is bashed. Finn has complex feelings over Luna death. A nanny enters Liam's sanitarium room as Hope and Steffi sit by his sanitarium bed. The nanny needs to check his vitals. Hope asks if the nanny thinks that Liam can hear them. She encourages them to keep talking to Liam, anything is possible. The nanny exits and Steffi assures Hope that Liam knows they're there. Bridget interrupts. As Steffi and Hope talk, Bridget asks if they've told the kiddies anything. They vent. Grace interrupts and asks about Liam's condition. Grace insists on examining Liam herself. Grace encourages Hope and Steffi to leave for a bit. They completely trust her with Liam. Grace is feeling around Liam's face and head. Bridget is having a hard time. Grace encourages her to take a break, she can handle this. After she leaves, Grace begs Liam to survive. In the sanitarium, Bill repeats that he needs to see his son. Ridge can't believe the audacity after what Bill did. Bill won't make defenses but begs to see his slow son. Bill prays that losing Liam won't be his discipline. They continue arguing and Taylor starts to chime in. Bill doesn't want Liam to be alone. Taylor says the case has Steffi and Hope. Bill refuses to be banned from his son and runs off. Ridge chases after him. After the men are gone, Brooke shows up. Taylor tells Brooke that Luna shot Liam and Sheila. Back to Ridge and Bill, they end up in an empty case room and argue. Bill tries to leave, but Ridge won't let him leave. Ridge blasts him and tells him to do the right thing for his son for formerly in his life. Bill is emotional and doesn't understand how this could have happened. Bill and Luna had a deal, an understanding, the publishing Napoleon claims. Hope greets her mama in the hallway as Steffi embraces Taylor. Ridge and Bill join the group. Hope demands to know what Bill is still doing at the sanitarium. Hope blows up at Bill as Steffi listens. Hope accidentally blurts out that Liam has a brain excrescence. Bill and Ridge are shocked. Bill can't believe that Liam and everyone differently kept all this from him. Hope and Bill have an emotional and violent debate. Cleric is with her. Sheila is trying to reuse that Luna is dead. Finn says Bridget and Lee did everything they could, but Luna didn't make it. Sheila needs to know details. The Croaker suggests Sheila concentrate on her own recovery. Lee interrupts and asks to speak with Finn intimately. When the Croakers leave, Deacon tries to be there for Sheila. The waitress feels like a piece of her is gone. Cleric is proud of Sheila for helping to save Steffi. Lee brings her son into an empty sanitarium room. She wants him to be fully honest with her. The mama asks Finn how he really feels about Luna's death. Finn says it's complicated. Luna's life was wasted on unhappiness and trauma. At the same time, Luna was Finn's sprat. Of course he feels commodity, but she also tried to kill Steffi. It makes Finn sick to suppose of Liam and Hayes being targeted. Lee says Luna is gone now, don't let her come between your marriage. Deputy Baker enters without knocking. The chief says that Luna pulled a gun on Hayes' art school teacher, Ms. Dillon as well. He explains that if Luna lives, she's going to captivity and no way getting out again. Finn tells him that Luna is dead. Many moments laterally, Finn interrupts everyone arguing with Bill in the sanitarium hallway. Liam responded to stimulants. Finn, Steffi, and Hope train into Liam's sanitarium room, where Grace is still examining him. Liam suddenly flutters open his eyes. Has Taylor's life been a whole taradiddle this entire time? That's what some of us can't help but wonder. That's because Taylor is supposed to be a top-educated psychiatrist. It seems like she could indeed diagnose her own problems if she were given the chance. Not only that, but she also doesn't get that Ridge is doing nothing but playing with her heart right now. She reminds me of people who aren't confident in their intelligence and claim to be in Mensa but presumably couldn't answer the first question rightly. Nick was last on and she had Brooke's baby due to that lab mix-up. Taylor hasn't been suitable to erect together effects like this for a veritably long time. I allowed. It was an intended joke. Taylor is a world-famed psychiatrist. This woman doesn't act like she indeed went to academy. Her incapability to connect the information Sheila is giving her in combination with the death trouble via the fortune teller and the riddle guest at academy is painful to watch. This isn't the first indication that RB isn't the real Taylor.